events of the legend of Osiris is summarized in the struggle between the one who represents the good and the other one who represents the evil. That struggle was between Osiris and Set. Osiris was murdered by the hands of his brother Set, and his body parts were scattered. Then Isis gathered his parts and brought him back to life with the help of some gods, mainly goddess Nephthhet and Hathor. Goddess Isis got pregnant by Osiris in his son Horus, who carried on his shoulders the vengeance of his father and the inheritance of his throne, and defending it. Osiris preferred to stay in the kingdom of the netherworld and rule it, and he left the rule of the earth to his son and his legitimate heir Horus. Beside the struggle between the good and the evil, and the idea of search and revive, the legend focuses mostly on the confirmation of the legitimacy of Osiris's rule and his inheritance of his father, god Geb, and thus the legitimacy of his son Horus to take the throne after him, and the reflection of that on the legitimacy of the ruling of the kings to the country as being a divine rule, and consequently the inevitability of the inheritance of the throne within the bloodline of the ruling king, which was described as the dynasty or the bloodline of the gods. In the events of the legend, the oldest source of the legend points to Osiris being the oldest son of god Geb, the god of the earth, and goddess Nut, the sky goddess. He is represented with his brother and killer Set, in addition to goddesses Isis and Nephthhet or Nephthys, the fourth generation in the Aeneid of Heliopolis, and thus he was the one entitled to inherit his father's inheritance in ruling the earth. But the greediness and enviness for the preference of his brother upon him was the reason behind his crime of killing his brother, claiming that he was the one more rightful to the throne than him.